Okay, we're up to lesson 19, so let's go ahead and get started. Lesson 19, nouns and personal pronouns in the dative case. К кому ты идешь? To whom do you go? So let's see. In this lesson, you will begin studying the dative case and several new phrases. Я еду к бабушке. I go to бабушка. Мы идем в гости к друзьям. We go to the гости. It's like a hotel, I think, like a guest house. Он часто ходит к психологу. Okay, he goes to the psychologist. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and listen to this dialogue. Once again, as so many of these dialogues do, this one takes place apparently in a business setting with an important-looking businessman talking to a woman. Let's see what they have to say.
Ольга, какие у меня планы на эту неделю?
Иван Петрович, сегодня понедельник, и днем вы идете в поликлинику, к врачу. Он хотел поговорить с вами.
Ладно, а что я делаю завтра?
Завтра утром вы едете навстречу в банк к клиенту. Потом, вечером, вы едете тоже навстречу к журналисту. У вас интервью в 19 часов.
О, спасибо, я совсем забыл. А в среду и в четверг?
Послезавтра вечером вы идете к сыну в школу. У него концерт. В четверг днем вы едете к аудитору. У него есть вопросы.
Да, неприятная будет встреча. А в пятницу?
В пятницу утром вы идете к психологу. У вас сеанс терапии. А вечером вы идете к сестре на день рождения. Подарок я уже купила.
Ольга, спасибо большое. Не знаю, как бы я работал без вас.
Не за что, Иван Петрович.
Okay, for once it's a fairly nice and normal discussion instead of something really painfully awkward. Okay, so let's go ahead and start from the beginning. So it's a director, and he's talking to Olga. The name, this name is often just said Olga, or it's pronounced Olga in English, but in Russian, you see the L has a soft sign. So when you see somebody named Olga, it's actually Olga. If you know a Russian woman named Olga, try calling her Olga. Olga instead of Olga, and see how she reacts. She'll probably think it's funny. All right, so what does the director have to say?
Ольга, какие у меня планы на эту неделю?
So, Olga, какие у меня, like, how do I have plans for the week, basically? So, what are my plans for the week?
Иван Петрович, сегодня понедельник, и днем вы идете в поликлинику, к врачу.
Sorry, I cut off the end there, but so Ivan Petrovich, today is понедельник, Monday, и днем, so during the day, you go to the polyclinic, I think she said, yeah, к врачу, to the doctor. Yeah, к врачу. The whole idea of a polyclinic is something that's kind of distinctly Russian. This isn't really a word that exists in other countries, but it basically just means a general hospital. You know, poly is I think it's a Greek root, which means many. So a polyclinic is basically just a clinic which doesn't specialize in just one kind of medicine or treatment, but does many different types of treatments. So that's, I mean, in English you would just say a general hospital. And I think in many other languages, but in Russian they say polyclinic, so.
Он хотел поговорить с вами.
Он хотел, he wanted, поговорить с вами, to speak with you. He wanted to speak with you.
Ладно, а что я делаю завтра?
Okay, and what do I do tomorrow?
Завтра утром вы едете навстречу в банк к клиенту.
Завтра утром, tomorrow morning, you go to встречу, to meeting in the bank, and then she said something about a client, к клиенту, to the client.
Потом, вечером, вы едете тоже навстречу к журналисту.
After that, in the evening, you go also to a meeting, к журналисту, to a journalist.
У вас интервью в 19 часов.
В 19 часов. You have an interview at 19 hours or 19 o'clock, which is 7 p.m., 7 in the evening.
О, спасибо, я совсем забыл.
Oh, thank you. I completely forgot.
А в среду и в четверг?
and on среду и в четверг, and on Wednesday and Thursday.
Послезавтра вечером вы идете к сыну в школу.
Послезавтра, so the day after tomorrow, вечером in the evening, вы идете, you go к сыну. I know it's pretty hard to, if you're not a Russian speaker, it might be pretty hard to make out what they're saying with the words. When you read it, you probably figure out what it is, but just to hear it, it's pretty hard. Casino. It's not casino. It's to your son. You're going to see your son at the school.
У него концерт.
У него концерт. He has a concert.
В четверг днем вы едете к аудитору.
On четверг, so on Thursday, днем, so during the day, вы едете, where was he going? К аудитору, to the auditor. У него есть вопрос, well, let me let her read it.
У него есть вопросы.
He has questions.
Да, неприятная будет встреча.
Yes, probably will be unpleasant. Yeah, unpleasant. Неприятня is basically unpleasant. So unpleasant будет встреча, will be meeting. Unpleasant will be meeting.
А в пятницу?
And on Friday?
В пятницу утром вы идете к психологу.
So в пятницу утром, Friday morning, you go к психологу, to psychologist, presumably to your psychologist.
У вас сеанс терапии.
You have seance therapy. Therapy is obviously therapy. Seance is, I guess, like a session, a therapy session.
А вечером вы идете к сестре на день рождения.
К сестре, so вечером you go к сестре, to your sister, на день рождения, literally on birthday, not on her birthday, but just on birthday.
Подарок я уже купила.
Подарок я уже купила. A present I already bought, or gift I already bought.
Ольга, спасибо большое. Не знаю, как бы я работал без вас.
Не за что, Иван Петрович.
Olga, thank you very much. I don't know what how I would work without you. Oh, it's no problem, Ivan Petrovich. So there you go. Basic dialogue to get things warmed up. But you notice they're already making very heavy use of k. That basically everything that we filled in was going to somewhere. So we go k vrachu, to the doctor. We go, or not we, but the director goes k klientu, to the client, k журналисту, to a journalist, and so on. So k is basically just like to go toward someone or something. Okay, another dialogue, which also appears, judging by the water cooler, also appears to be in an office setting. It could also be a couple talking at home, if not for the water cooler, which kind of suggests that it's an office, because I don't think most people... Actually, some people do have water coolers like that in their homes, but I think that's something more commonly associated with offices, so it's more likely to be an office that they're... Anyway, let's see what Boris and Natasha... Could they have more stereotypically Russian names? Let's see what Boris and Natasha have to say to each other.
Наташа, что ты делаешь сегодня вечером?
После работы я иду в гости к подруге. У нее день рождения сегодня.
А кто она? Я ее знаю. Пойдем вместе.
Нет, ты ее не знаешь. Это моя школьная подруга.
А завтра что будешь делать вечером? Я хочу пригласить тебя в кино.
Борис, слушай, завтра я буду занята. Я пойду к врачу в 20 часов. Послезавтра я буду тоже занята. Я пойду к дочери в детский сад. У нее там концерт будет. Через неделю я тоже буду занята. Я поеду к бабушке на дачу. Через месяц я буду очень занята. Я поеду к мужу в Лондон. Ты все понял?
Да, конечно, теперь я все понял. Только я не знал, что у тебя есть ребенок и муж. Извини.
Да ничего. Только у меня не ребенок, а дети. Мальчик и девочка.
А если не секрет, почему ты поедешь к мужу в Лондон?
Потому что он сейчас работает там, и у него нет времени поехать домой. Вот мы с детьми и поедем к нему. Думаю, что мы будем там 2 недели.
Как хорошо, что у тебя такая семья.
Ну, в чем же проблема? Женись, и у тебя тоже будет семья.
Нет, спасибо, я еще молодой, мне только 35 лет.
Ну-ну. Когда мы с мужем поженились, мне было 18 лет, а ему 21 год. Это как, молодые?
Ну, для меня это еще дети.
Ну вот видишь, на вкус и цвет товарища нет.
Ты права, как всегда.
Ладно, хватит болтать, давай работать.
Давай.
Okay. That got a little awkward, but they recovered quickly. So, okay, let's go through that. Let's go through that again. So Boris says,
Наташа, что ты делаешь сегодня вечером?
Natasha, what are you doing this evening, today evening?
После работы я иду в гости к подруге.
So, после работы, after work, я иду в гости к подруге. And as I think I've said many times before, подруга in Russian is a female friend, not your girlfriend in the sense of a romantic partner, but just a friend who happens to be a woman or female.
У нее день рождения сегодня.
She has a birthday today.
А кто она? Я ее знаю. Пойдем вместе.
And who is she? I her know. Do I know her? Пойдем вместе. Let's go together.
Нет, ты ее не знаешь. Это моя школьная подруга.
No, you don't know her. It's my school friend.
А завтра что будешь делать вечером? Я хочу пригласить тебя в кино.
And tomorrow, what are you doing in the evening? I want to invite you into the cinema.
Борис, слушай, завтра я буду занята.
Boris, listen, tomorrow I will be busy.
Я пойду к врачу в 20 часов.
She goes к врачу again, so here's к врачу. Whoops, that was the wrong thing. К врачу. Я пойду к врачу в 20 часов. She goes to the doctor at 20 o'clock, like 8 o'clock in the evening. That's kind of late to go to a doctor. I don't think doctors usually make appointments that late. Maybe they do in Russia. I actually don't know if that's a usual time to have a doctor's appointment in Russia.
Послезавтра я буду тоже занята. Я пойду к дочери в детский сад.
Послезавтра, the day after tomorrow, I will also be busy. I go to к дочери. Not to be confused with dacha. She didn't say go to a dacha, but to дочери, to my daughter. Детский сад. Детский сад is kind of like, I guess, child care. Like, is that? It's not exactly a school. It's kind of like, I guess you can say a kindergarten or something like that. What do you call? I actually don't even know now what, like a daycare. That's probably the word I'm looking for. Yeah, it's a daycare. She goes to see her daughter in daycare. Although I don't know why she only goes on one day. If she has a daughter who's in daycare, probably she would go to see the daughter several days, like hopefully every day. Hopefully you see your daughter every day if she's in daycare, but I don't know. Anyway, but she says, whatever. Natasha says tomorrow she goes to see her, or no, day after tomorrow she goes to see her daughter in daycare.
У нее там концерт будет.
She will have a concert there. Okay, so I guess she's going to go to see the daughter because she has a concert at the daycare. Do children put on concerts at the daycare level? I don't know. Whatever.
Через неделю я тоже буду занята.
Next week, I also will be busy.
Я поеду к бабушке на дачу.
Я поеду к бабушке на дачу. I go to grandmother at the dacha, at the summer home.
Через месяц я буду очень занята.
Next month I will be very busy.
Я поеду к мужу в Лондон.
Я поеду к мужу в Лондон. I go to husband, to my husband. She doesn't say to my husband, she just says to husband. I guess it's implicit that it's her husband. She's not going to somebody else's husband. She goes to her husband in London.
Ты все понял.
Ты все понял. Do you understand everything, or have you understood everything?
Да, да, конечно, теперь я все понял.
Yes, of course. Now I understand everything.
Только я не знал, что у тебя есть ребенок и муж. Извини.
Yeah, so I just didn't know. Hold on, let me go ahead and put the word in. Только я не знал, I just didn't know, что у тебя есть ребенок и муж. Didn't know that you had a child and a husband. Извини, sorry.
Да ничего. Только у меня не ребенок, а дети.
So, да, ничего, it's literally yes, nothing. So it's like, yeah, it's okay, it's nothing. Только у меня не ребенок, but I don't have a child. А дети, but rather children. Мальчик и девочка.
Мальчик и девочка.
Yeah, мальчик и девочка. Boy and girl.
А если не секрет, почему ты поедешь к мужу в Лондон?
А если не секрет, and if it's not secret, почему ты поедешь? Why do you go к мужу в London? Or why do you go to your husband in London?
Потому что он сейчас работает там, и у него нет времени поехать домой. Вот мы с детьми и поедем к нему. Думаю, что мы будем там 2 недели.
Because he now works there, and he doesn't have time to come home. So we, with the children, поедем, what did you say? И поедем к нему, yeah, to him. So we, with the children, go to him. Думаю, что мы будем там 2 недели. So I think that we will be there for 2 weeks.
Как хорошо, что у тебя такая семья.
It's really great that you have such a family.
Ну, в чем же проблема? Женись, и у тебя тоже будет семья.
Нет,
Ну, в чем же проблема? And wherein, literally something like wherein is the problem? Женись, get married, и у тебя тоже будет семья, and you will also have a family.
нет, спасибо. Я еще молодой. Мне только 35 лет.
Ну,
Okay. No, thank you. I'm still young. I'm only 35 years.
когда мы с мужем поженились, мне было 18 лет, а ему 21 год. Это как, молодые?
Okay. Ну, well. Когда мы с мужем поженились, when I got married with my when I got married to my husband, мне было, I think she said 18 лет, so she was 18 years, а ему 21 год. He was 21 years old. Это как, what is that? Is that young?
Ну, для меня это еще дети.
Ну вот видишь, на вкус и цвет.
Okay, hold on. I'll go ahead and put in the last word. So, но для меня это еще дети. Well, for me, that's still children.
Цвет товарища нет.
Ты права, как всегда.
Ладно, хватит болтать, давай работать.
Давай.
Okay, and so she says, ну вот видишь, well, there you see, на вкус и цвет товарища нет. It doesn't have the taste and color of a comrade. The Tavarish is a Russian word which means something like comrade. That was the usual way, in the Soviet Union, that was how the comrades of the Soviet Union called each other by, calling each other Tavarishi. It's not really a word that's much used today in Russian, I don't think. Literally, this means something like, literally this means the taste and color of a comrade not, or is not. So, okay, a little bit more idiomatically, it doesn't have the taste and the color of a comrade. I guess like it doesn't have the look and feel of a comrade. But I don't quite understand what she means by that, what that's supposed to mean. It doesn't have the feel of like a comrade or of a friend. I don't get it. I don't know. And then he says, "Ты права, как всегда. You are right as always. Ладно, хватит болтать, давай работать." Yeah, okay. Let's stop chatting and go back to work. And he says, "Yeah, okay, давай. Let's go to work." Okay. Listen to the dialogue 2 and more time and choose the correct answers. I guess they mean one more time, but hopefully we won't need to listen to it one more time. Let's just go ahead as we are. So, у Наташи есть, Natasha has два мужа и ребенок, so 2 husbands and a child. Два сына и муж, 2 sons and a husband, or два ребенка и муж. She has 2 children and 1 husband, not 2 husbands and 1 child. As far as we know, maybe she's lying, but we assume that if we can take her at her word, then she has 2 children and 1 husband. Борису уже 35 год, еще 35 лет, or уже 35 лет. So, уже means already, and еще means still. So the first question, is he already 35 or is he still 35? Well, I guess actually a good question to answer first is, for 35, is it good or is it liet? Well, he says, it's kind of a dead giveaway. He says in the dialogue, he says, не только 35 лет. So even if you forgot the rules for when you say good and when you say liet, you know from the dialogue it's 35, liet, not good. So then the question is he already 35 or is he still 35? That kind of depends on how you consider ages. Do you consider 35 young or old? I mean, he's not really, most people would say he's not old. I mean, yeah, he's not an old guy. 35 is not that old, but it's kind of above the usual age of getting married. I think most people get married younger than that, so I don't know. I actually don't know what answer, hold on, what answer did they expect here for this? I mean, it's not really said it's more like a matter of opinion than a matter of the language. Apparently they're expecting Yeshua. So Yeshua, 35 лет, he is still 35 years old. Natasha идет к врачу, к дочери, к подруге. Oh, these all mean the same thing. These all mean to the doctor, to the doctor, to the daughter, and to the girlfriend. The question is just what conjugations are correct. Well, again, we can, if you don't know, we can obviously cheat a little bit by just looking at the dialogue again. So where does she go? К врач. She goes to the doctor. Where was it? Yeah, here. Я пойду к врачу. So she goes к врачу. So that means the first one is wrong because it's not к враче. So it's either the second or the third one. And then she goes to the daughter. She says she goes, where's the daughter? Here we go. К дочери. So she goes к дочери. So it should be the last one then. Yeah, so I'll pick the third option here. Boris очень something, что Natasha есть муж. Boris is very rad. Is he very glad that Natasha has a husband? Is he счастлив? What is счастлив? I do not know this word. One of these is probably surprised, but I'm not sure which is which. So rather than bumble around for too long, let's see how quickly I can get to look this up. Just leave. Oh, happy. Okay. So is he glad or is he happy? I actually just see rad. Rad, I think, is the more common word. Is счастлив very commonly used? I mean, I guess it's not a rare word. I've probably just never learned it because I think people usually say rad. I think if you say yarad, I'm glad, that's like a more common way of saying, yeah, I'm happy about something. Okay, the correct answer then is probably rastroyen, since the first and second ones are synonyms. I'm going to assume that the third one is probably more what they're looking for. I'm going to guess that rastroyen means surprised or something like that. Let's see what it says. Oh, disappointed. He's very disappointed that Natasha has a husband. Well, he was obviously trying to pick up on Natasha. He was obviously trying to take her out and date her. So I guess, yeah, he was probably... I mean, I guess Boris is glad too because he says it's nice that you have, it's very good that you have such a family. So he's probably happy for Natasha as well. But I guess he's probably more disappointed because he wanted to date her. So, oh, you have a husband. Well, sorry about that. Darn it. Okay, and finally, Natasha любит. Natasha likes Borisa и работу. She likes Boris and work. Mужа и дети, husband and children, or mужа и Borisa. I'm going to assume that the answer they're looking for is she loves, or at least likes, her husband and her children. Yes, and indeed that was the answer they were expecting. Maybe she likes Boris too. I mean, maybe he's a nice guy, but... All right, let's see. So let's look at the picture, listen to the audio, and complete the text. So let's first take a quick look here. So in the upper right, you can see a poliklinika, spravka. What's spravka? Okay, I don't know. Anyway, важная встреча. So, eating lunch with Nikolai Petrovich at 12 o'clock. On the right, there's Zaiti Kakolye. Zaiti Kakolye. What does this mean? Hold on, let's see. Let's see if I can find out what this means, because none of those words say much. Well, obviously ka is go to something, so oh, maybe Cole is the guy's name. That could be. Okay, Zaiti means like to visit someone, yeah, so, and Cole is probably then the guy's name that he looks like they're playing video games together. So he goes to visit Cole and they hang out together, they chill out and play video games or whatever. In the lower left, Zaiti к боссу, visit the boss. And then in the lower right, Домой купить хлеб, at home, buy bread. Okay, so let's see what's going on here.
Утром Роман идет в офис к директору.
Oh, I see. We have to put in these, we have to fill in these blanks here with the text from the audio. Okay, let's run through the audio once.
Днем он идет навстречу к клиенту. Потом он идет в поликлинику к врачу. Вечером он идет в гости к другу. Потом он идет домой к маме.
Okay, so I think we had an exercise like this in the previous lesson, or at least a recent lesson. So куда, where to, к кому, to whom, and когда, when. So let's go ahead and run through the text again.
Утром Роман идет в офис к директору.
Okay, утром. I'll just copy and paste this to make it go a little faster. I don't think it actually matters if you capitalize the first, come on, where's, oh, I forgot to switch to the Russian keyboard. There we go. Утром Роман идет into the office, so office, к директору, to the director. So he goes and talks to the director, I guess. Oh, and you can see the time. Okay, I see. So the time goes in a clockwise fashion from the lower left to the lower right. So he starts in the lower left, he drops in on the boss at what looks like 9 in the morning. And then I guess the next event is around noon. At 12 o'clock he goes and has lunch with Nikolai Petrovich.
Днем он идет навстречу к клиенту.
Okay, I see. So, днем, during the daytime, Он идет навстречу, so навстречу is here, to a client, к клиенту. Потом он идет, well, let's listen to the voice.
Потом он идет в поликлинику к врачу.
Потом он идет в поликлинику к врачу. He goes to the polyclinic to see the doctor.
Вечером он идет в гости к другу.
Вечером, where's вечером? Here it is. Вечером, in the evening, он идет в гости к другу, to a friend. Let me just make sure, how exactly am I supposed to translate в гости? Because I think of that as being like a hotel or a guest house or something, but oh no, в гости just means a visit. Okay, so he just goes on a visit to a friend. Okay, and then finally,
Потом он идет домой к маме.
домой к маме. After that, he goes home, к маме, to mom. Okay, and we're done. It doesn't say anything about buying bread. In the lower right, you can see it says kupit chleb, but it doesn't actually, in the story that you have to type in, it says nothing about him buying bread. Or maybe it's his mother buying bread because that looks like his mother in the picture, but it doesn't say anything about the mother buying bread either. But okay, whatever, we're done. So that was pretty straightforward. And okay, here's the same thing again. So once again, we have a calendar. Let's see. Let's take a look at the calendar and see if we can get an idea of what's going on just before we start. So I see the calendar seems to, okay, so it starts with Januar, then goes to February. In February, London partner. So he goes to visit his partner in London. I'm going to assume that's not his romantic partner, not like his, not partner as in common law partner, but business partner. Although I guess this might actually be, oh, maybe this is about a woman. Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking at the text below. It's about Rita. So Rita is probably a woman. So, but I still suspect that she's going to London to meet a business partner and not her romantic partner. Anyway, okay, in March she goes to Praga, Prague, capital of the Czech Republic, which is now supposed to be called Czechia, I guess, in English, to visit a colega, so a colleague in Prague. April, she goes to Madrid, capital of Spain, to meet a client there. And then May, June, and July seem to be completely empty for some reason. And then in August, she goes to New York to meet her sistra, her sister. In September, Pekin, sorry, or I think it was Pekin, Peking, which is now Beijing, I think. In English, it's now called Beijing, but Peking was an old name for the city, and I guess maybe they still call it Pekin in Russian. Drug visits a friend in Peking or Beijing. And then in December, she goes to Moscow, of course, Moscow, to Mama. So let's listen to the text.
В апреле Рита едет в Мадрид к клиенту. В августе она едет в Нью-Йорк к сестре. В сентябре она едет в Пекин к другу. В декабре Рита едет в Москву к маме. В феврале она едет в Лондон к партнеру. В марте Рита едет в Прагу к коллеге.
Okay, pretty straightforward. I just realized that the story begins in April, which actually is correct if you look at the arrow. I wasn't really paying too much attention to the strange winding course that the arrow takes. But yeah, if you look at the tail of the arrow, it starts in April and then goes from there. And the story actually ends in March. So obviously March of next year, but they drew it on one calendar. So let's go ahead and start again. Start in April.
В апреле Рита едет в Мадрид к клиенту.
Okay. В апрел, or в апреле, in April, Рита едет в Мадрид. Where is, yeah, here is Madrid. Once again in Spain. Clientu. That's difficult. The double K here is a bit difficult to pronounce. If you listen to how unfortunately, I don't think I have the option to go back. Yeah, like I've complained before, I can't drag the slider around. But if you listen to it again, it sounds kind of like the voice says the K sound only once, almost like he completely skips over the K and just goes to clientu. I don't know if he seems to sort of pause significantly, which I guess is supposed to indicate the pronunciation of the silent K. It is kind of difficult sometimes for words that like for plosive words like that precede a word that begins with the same letter. Like I remember once in Russian somebody trying to say the phrase in Finland, and it's like Finlandi. So it's like, because obviously there's a V and then but it's pronounced more like a F, and then obviously Finland starts with an F, so it's like you say an extra long F, so it's like Finlandi. Anyway, moving on. What happens next?
В августе она едет в Нью-Йорк к сестре.
Okay, в августе, in August. I wonder what she did all summer. But anyway, maybe she didn't travel in summer. В августе она едет в Нью-Йорк. In New York. К сестре, to her sister.
В сентябре она едет в Пекин к другу.
В сентябре... Actually, I don't even really need to listen to the voice, because if we follow the calendar, we can pretty much figure out. I mean, we have stuff here that we can just copy and paste, so we can actually just probably figure it out looking at the picture. But I'll go ahead and listen to the voice. So, она едет в Пекин к другу, to friend.
В декабре Рита едет в Москву к маме.
В декабре, in December, Рита едет to Moscow, so в Москву, to mom, к маме.
В феврале она едет в Лондон к партнеру.
And here again, if you listen to how he pronounces in February, it's like fevral. It's kind of funny. He says a very long F, because it's basically two Fs just kind of merged together. Okay, феврале, она едет. Where does she go? She goes to London. So London, to a partner. Where's partner? Oh, here. Партнеру. Not to partner, but партнеру.
В марте Рита едет в Прагу к коллеге.
Okay, and finally, в марте Рита едет в Прагу, into Prague, к коллеге. There we go, all done. That was pretty straightforward. Okay, к кому, to whom. So on the left you see кто это, who is it, and then on the right you see к кому, идти ехать. So you go to somebody either by walking or with transit. We learned in a previous lesson about different words for going by foot and going by some kind of transit apparatus like a car or a train or a bus. So if you go to your brat, your brother, then you go к брату. If you go to your drug, then you go к другу. If you go to the врач, you go к врачу, к директору, к клиенту, к отец, to your father, к отцу. I guess that's pronounced like kotsu, yeah. So these are probably good to know. These are obviously used relatively frequently because you're often going to see somebody. You're going to see, your family, your friends, coworkers, doctor, dentist, whatever. probation officer, who knows. So, you know, some of these are probably quite good to remember because they do get a reasonable amount of use in everyday life. But there's nothing for me to do here. You will just want to review this table. This one is kind of important, but I think it's not too difficult. I think these are reasonably straightforward. You can probably get a handle on these after a while. Let's move on. So here's number 6. Once again, we fill in the blanks. So starting with obviously the first one, Вчера мы ходили в гости к бабушке. So yesterday we went on a visit to grandma. And where's babushka here? That's nice. As often happens, it doesn't have babushka on the list. Okay, but there does appear to be a rule. If you look at the pattern is actually fairly straightforward. The male nouns at the top end in u, so you add u at the end for going to them with k. So you go k bratu, k drugu, k vrachu, they're all u. If the word ends in a, then it becomes ye. So if you go to, for example, to mama, then mama becomes mamye. So we can therefore infer that then going to babushka becomes k babushkie. That seems like a pretty straightforward rule. Then there are some evidence in e, then it becomes yam for whatever reason. Yam. I go e, yam. Okay, whatever. Почему никто не хочет идти к директору и поговорить с ним? Why does nobody want to go to the director and discuss with him? I wonder why. That's a difficult question to answer there, sir. So director, okay, it is in the list, but anyway, we figured out the rule. If it ends in if it's masculine, which usually it is, if it ends in a consonant, then you add a y on the end. So this becomes, director becomes к директору. Number 3, Mart вчера ходил к dentist. Mart? I assume Mart is a person's name. I'm trying to think, what is the English for? It's not like Mark. And it's not like Martin. It's just, what's Mart? As far as I know, Mart is not a person's name in English. I mean, Mart is like a market, like, you know, like, yeah, it's a mart. I don't know, whatever. Mart yesterday went k dentist, and once again it ends in a consonant, so it's dantistu. He went to the dentist, I guess. Well, obviously dentist. Niels, which, Niels is a Nordic kind of Scandinavian name. I thought it was unusual until I lived in Europe and actually met many Scandinavian Nordic people who are named Niels. It's actually a pretty common name there, but in the rest of the world it's not a common name. Niels очень любит ездить в Россию. Тёж is... Oh, what's the rule for sh? Because I guess it is a consonant, but it's a soft consonant. Sh it's a soft sound, one of those soft sounds in Russian. So I actually don't, it doesn't show the rule here. In this case, yeah, it follows the same rule as for other like feminine stuff. It becomes E, not Russian E, not Russian E like that, but English E like that. Yeah, it becomes yeah. So Нилс очень любит ездить в Россию к тёще, потому что она хорошо готовит. Niels really likes to go to Russia to тёще. What's тёще? Oh, mother-in-law. Потому что она хорошо готовит. Because she cooks well. Okay, so I guess Niels got married to a Russian woman and his mother-in-law lives in Russia. Okay, I guess so. Okay, well, fair enough. Тёща очень любит ездить к Нильс в Данию, потому что там все дешевле. And Tёща, so mother-in-law, really likes to go to Niels in Dani, Denmark. See, I told you Niels is a Nordic name. Потому что там все really? Because there everything is cheap. Dешево means, I believe that means like cheap. It's like inexpensive. I have personally been to Denmark. I can attest. I don't think that things in Denmark are cheap. It's quite the opposite, actually. It's one of the most expensive. I mean, the Nordic countries in general are more expensive than the rest of Europe. So, okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. Niels is... I mean, this at the end is a consonant, but does that count as a consonant? I guess, yeah, it looks like it does. I believe we're supposed to put in U here, so Nilsu. Mother-in-law likes to go to Niels, likes to visit Niels in Denmark because everything's cheap there. Don't think that's true, but okay, fair enough. Well, Denmark's a nice country, even if it's not cheap. Olga завтра пойдет к клиент. So Olga tomorrow goes to the client, and it's obviously client is masculine, ends in a consonant, so it should be clientu. Do they have that in the table here? I don't see. Oh, it is. It is in the table. There's the second from the bottom in the masculine section. So, к клиенту они встречаются в ресторане. They meet in a restaurant. In a restaurant. Ты уже ездил к сестре в деревню. You already went to sister in village. I guess the sister lives in a village. So sestra becomes, as you can see, sestria. So no, not that. Yeah, ты уже идел к сестре в деревню. Okay. Ричард целый год ходил к психологу, но это не помогает. Richard целый год, he spent a year, or for the duration of a year, spent a year, ходил к психологу, and this should be психологу, I believe, because психолог is again masculine, ends in a consonant. Yeah, it's not in the list here, but I believe that's correct. Но это не помогает, but it's not helping, or it didn't help. Через месяц Питер поедет к Raditeli becomes Raditeliam. So where's M? There we go. Raditeliam, St. Petersburg. Через месяц, in a month, Peter goes to parents in St. Petersburg. And finally, дети очень рады, что скоро поедут к друз на море. So, друзья. It's nice that they have most of these in the table here. It's pretty straightforward for the most part. Друзья becomes друзьям. So, друзьям. There we go. Children are very glad that soon, I guess in English you'd say soon they will go, but here it just says soon go to friends на море, at the sea. Okay. Como они идут или едут? To whom do they go? Идут или едут, with foot or on foot or by transit. So first, on идет к mom, he goes to mom, and mama, as we can see here, becomes mamie, so he goes к mamie. Он идет к суд, to the judge, looks like, or to the court. Well, court's not a person, so I guess he goes to the person. He goes to the judge. What is the correct answer here? I don't know. What's, because sud is, it's not a word I know. I think it's sudye, because if it ended in a D, that's obviously a consonant, but it ends in a soft sign, and I think if it ends in a soft sign, you put an E on the end. Let's see if that's correct. Идет риэлтор, and realtor is a real estate agent, a realtor. It ends in a consonant, so that's pretty straightforward. It should be риэлтору. On спешит к клиент, and we've seen this one before, we know it's к клиенту as well. On идет к врачу, that one we should know, I think. On идет к what? Well, it's продавцу, but what is продавцу? Hold on, let me see if I can figure out what this word is, because I do not recognize this word. What in the world is продавцу? Продавцу is, oh, a seller or a merchant. Okay. On идет к друз, and we know that is к друзьям. К друзьям. There we go. On идет к девушке. Okay, it's девушка normally, so then it should become девушке, I think. And она идет к директор, and director is obviously, ends in r, so it should become директору. Oh, I didn't like something. I made a mistake somewhere. What did I get wrong? Let's see. Он идет к маме. Он идет к This one seems dubious to me, but I'm pretty sure it's correct. I'm looking at my answers, and it looks, that's what I have here. Риэлтору, клиенту, that must be right. Wait. Oh. Clientam. It's clients, plural. I guess I might have, if I looked at the picture, I might have figured that out, but it's really not clear, even if you look at the picture. Okay, you see two people on the left and a guy on the right, looks like he's coming in, but it's really not clear from the picture that the two people on the left are supposed to be both clients. I guess you can probably infer that, you can probably guess that, but still, that was not clear to me. Okay, so it's not client, but clients, so it becomes clientam. Wait, yeah, there's a... Okay, there we go. Clientam. Now now everything is correct. Okay, so that was my mistake. All right, personal pronouns in the dative case. These you should definitely know. These are all pretty important. Ко мне, fortunately, the list is relatively short. Ко мне, к тебе, к нему, к ней, к нам, к вам, and к ним. Yeah, I think these are that's fairly easy. And, well, we're already at the end. This was a short lesson, actually. Short and relatively straightforward. So now, at the end, we just need to fill in these pronouns in the k case. Which, by the way, this is the dative case. If we go back up to the, up to the top, notice nouns and personal pronouns in the dative case. So yeah, when you put k something, that makes it the dative case. Similar to German in that regard, because in German ka is kind of like zu in German. If you go zu someone, you're going to someone. So, and zu is also always dative in German. So I guess that's one thing that, if you know German, then that's one thing that's familiar here. Okay, Mama Maria и Мартин пригласили меня в гости. Я пойду к... Wait, hold on. What is this saying? Mom, Maria, and Martin Пригласили. Oh, invited. Пригласили меня. They invited me в гости to visit. Я пойду к... And then, so I go to them. So you can see at the very last line in the table up here, to them is then к ним. There we go. Peter, ты ходил к врачу? Peter, are you going to the doctor? Да, я уже ходил к... I guess to him. So, к нему. Okay. Я не хочу идти к директору. I don't want to go to the director. Когда я иду к... And again, director is presumably a guy. I mean, I guess a director can be a woman, but in Russian you'd use a slightly different word for a female director. Wouldn't it be директора? So in this case, I guess директория. Когда я иду к нему, мне страшно. When I go to him, I'm scared. Мы приглашаем вас в гости. We invite you to visit. Вы придете сегодня to us. So, к нам. Are you going to к нам? Don't forget the Konami code. Yes, it's a terrible joke, I know. Где Роберт? Он у Ирины. Where's Robert? Is he with Irina? Да, он ходил to her. So, к ней. Yes, he goes to her. К кому ты идешь, Patrick? To whom are you going, Patrick? Я иду к... I guess Patrick is saying to you because the person then replies, ко мне. So where are you going, Patrick? I go to you. To me? So I think this should be the form for you, but is he using... Oh, probably the... I was going to say, is he using the... Are they... does he say then к тебе or к вам? But the first person starts off by calling Patrick ты, and then if this person calls Patrick ты, then Patrick probably also calls him or her ты. So it would then be, yeah, к тебе. The more familiar, less formal form. Where's B? Okay. К тебе. Вчера Марк ходил в психологу. These people really go to psychologists a lot. They must really have serious problems. Yesterday Mark went to the psychologist. Все его друзья тоже ходили к... all his friends already went to him, I guess. I'll just copy and paste нему. All his friends already went to see him. I'm not sure. Does this mean all his friends went to see Mark, or did all Mark's friends go to see the psychologist? In which case, it's like a whole bunch of friends, all of whom have serious enough problems that it warrants going to the psychologist. Well, I mean, it's not necessarily bad to go to a psychologist. It doesn't mean that you have serious problems, but if all of your friends are in therapy, that might say something about your friendship. Okay, ты куда идешь? Куда is where to. So where are you going to? К Ольге? Я тоже. Are you going to Olga? I am as well. Пойдем к something вместе. Let's go to her together. So her becomes к ней. Actually, I'm just copy and paste that. Makes it easy. Мы уже ездили к бабушке. We already went to grandmother. Мы поедем to her. Again, actually, this is still to her. К ней только завтра. And finally, drum roll, please. Anna и Антон неделю назад ходили к друзьям. Через неделю друзья пойдут к... So, Anna and Anton, неделю назад, last week, ходили к друзьям, went to friends. Через неделю, next week, друзья пойдут, friends go to them. To them is once again к ним. And there we go. With that, lesson 19 is complete. Well, I have to say, that was a pretty short lesson. I'm just coming up on almost exactly 1 hour, so, well, an hour is still a fair amount of time, but considering the last few lessons have taken an hour and a half, I think this one was relatively straightforward, relatively easy. But I'm not complaining. I'm glad. I'm glad that the lesson was straightforward and good, and we got an idea of how to do going to people with ka. It's okay. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. This has been Lesson 19 of Learn Russian with Learn Russian. We will see you later in Lesson 20. We'll already be 20%. We'll already be 1/5 of the way through the lessons. That's not bad. Making pretty good progress. I'll see you then, folks. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.